What's up everybody, my name is Colin, you're watching Bug Out Overland, and this behind me is Rome Adventure Co.'s hardshell rooftop tent, the Desperado. I've had this rooftop tent for about a year now, and on this episode I'm going to tell you what I think about it. This is Rome Adventure Co.'s second hardshell rooftop tent. Like many tents on the market, this one is an A-frame or wedge style tent with an exterior shell that is constructed out of aluminum extrusion and aluminum honeycomb panels and comes in a satin black finish. The tent's dimensions when closed are 82.5 inches long by 51 inches wide, it stands 10 inches tall, and it weighs over 180 pounds. The outer fabric is made out of a UV, mold, and water-resistant 420D polyester Oxford that comes in black, and the inside ceiling is made out of like a suede or felt-like material. The sides of the tent, as well as the rear, can all act as entrances or windows depending on your preference and setup, and all have exterior awnings that can be removed with ease. There are also two small windows, one at the feet and one at the top, for increased ventilation. Each window/entrance includes an outer mesh layer to keep bugs out and allow for proper ventilation, but can be zipped down to be completely open or zipped up to darken the interior of the tent, seal it up, and keep you from being exposed to the elements. The Desperado also includes a storage compartment on the ceiling and two down at the feet, a light strip, a 2.75-inch high-density anti-condensation foam mattress with a condensation mat below, a high-quality boot bag that can be attached underneath the tent, awning poles, and of course, your telescopic ladder. As of right now, the Desperado retails on Rome's website for about $3,000 before taxes and shipping. The Desperado comes with load bars up top, giving you an opportunity for added storage and cargo for an evenly distributed weight of 150 pounds. There are tracks which go all around the tent which allow you to customize the locations of things such as your ladder mounts, your tent latches, your load bars, as well as other compatible accessories like awnings, water tanks, and even lights. To open the Desperado, simply undo the four latches and give it a good push in the rear. Once the tent is up, lower the bungee on the outside and detach the one that's on the inside. Now set up your telescopic ladder and any of the attached awnings. And just like that, you're ready to go. Very quick and easy. Now that we've got the specs out of the way, let's get into what I think about this tent. If I had to compare it to a particular tent on the market, I'd say it's probably most similar to the OVS Mamba. Similar design, materials, accessory mounts, load bars, etc. But you might also hear me compare it to the Rome Rambler, Rome's previous hardshell rooftop tent, because that was my prior setup. That is what I'm familiar with. This is only rooftop tent number 2 for me, so I'm going to be comparing it a lot to Rome's previous tent, the Rambler. Number 1, what I really like about the Desperado is it comes with articulating hinges located here on the inside, which give you a little bit more footroom compared to other wedge tents or A-frame style tents on the market. Not only that, but the hinges and the shocks are located on the inside of the tent, not on the outside. So that's one less thing you have to worry about snagging or catching on a branch or getting damaged or exposed to the elements when you're out on the trails. Number 2, although I never really use the load bars because my truck is already tall enough and top heavy as is for the trails, I still like that the Desperado includes them up top in case I ever need to store extra cargo or throw an extra tent up there. I still have that as an option. Number 3, I absolutely love the way it looks. It matches my truck really well, looks good on it, maintains that same rugged look. It's also pretty well put together. It's made out of high quality materials. The paint hasn't faded, nothing's broken or fallen off of it or been knocked loose. The tent doesn't shift when out on the trails. It's really well put together and it's held up pretty well for the past year and a half that I've had it. Number 4, unlike the Rambler, I like how you can actually remove the awnings off of this tent. Oftentimes I find myself not really needing the awnings, or sometimes I like the look of it without the awnings. But it's nice to have the ability to take them off because sometimes it's just easier to close a tent without those awnings on it. Number 5, lastly, compared to the Rambler, the Desperado is so much easier to close. With the Rambler, I would have to climb on the front half of the truck, clip that shut, climb off of the truck, come around to the back side, clip that shut, tuck everything in, and then try to snap it all together. By myself, I was struggling. Oftentimes it was a 2-person job, and it was just a pain in the butt because of the design. With the Desperado, however, all I have to do is reset the bungees, grab the strap on the back, pull it down, tuck everything in, seal everything together by closing the latches, and I'm done. It takes literally just a couple of minutes to do. Now that we've got the likes out of the way, let's move on to what I dislike about this tent, and there are a couple of them, so bear with me here. Number 1, the tent is incredibly heavy. It weighs almost 190 pounds. So that adds a lot of top heavy weight to your vehicle, especially when you're out on the trails. You are going to feel it. Number 2, unlike Rome's Rambler that has enough space inside for me to store the ladder, bed sheets, pillows, and even more, the Desperado does not offer that much space. Anything aside from your ladder and your poles and maybe a bed sheet inside, you're going to have some serious trouble closing this thing down and getting it shut. Meaning that I can no longer store my pillows, sleeping bags, all that good stuff inside of the tent. I've got to find somewhere else inside of my truck to store it. Number 3, and most importantly, I have been battling a constant moisture issue with this tent. The first time we noticed it, we had moved into a new house. I dedicated a lot of my time to working around the house, and I had gone like over a month without even opening the rooftop tent. Couple days before my wife and I took a camping trip, we started to prep. I opened up the tent to get everything inside of it, and I noticed a ton of moisture and even a little bit of mold, little bit of mold that was starting to form on the bottom half of the mattress and on some of the sheets that we had in there. I treated it. A couple days later, it went away. We hit the trails, went on our trip, and no problems after that. After all, I saw it as maybe my fault for not having opened the tent in so long for such an extended period of time. So, fast forward a bit later, every single time it rains, I try to open up this tent and let it air out. I might go a couple days before I get the chance to do so, but I still try to open it and let it air out nonetheless. It doesn't matter if I try to close the tent with the awnings on, with the awnings off, if I try to close the tent with the doors opened, closed, or if I try to close the tent with this little drip edge piece tucked in or left out in between the seal. Every time I open it, there's almost always a little bit of moisture inside, which means I gotta take the mattress out, dry it out, let it air out. Not that big of a deal. It's just one of those things. I cannot figure it out, and I believe it to be more of an issue with the design of these style tents, maybe, not necessarily with Rome itself. But from a roofer's perspective, the way I look at it is when my truck is sitting in the driveway, and this is a flat tent, and so when it's ponding up water, that water has to flow and shed somewhere. And so because my driveway is at a slight angle, all the water flows onto one spot off of the tent. And unlike the Rambler that has a top lid that covers the bottom lid of the tent, these two lids sit completely flush with each other, and in the middle there's like a rubber weather seal. So I think when that water slowly flows off, some of it is getting inside of that seal, just a little bit, but enough to give it the moisture issue that it has now. I don't know. I may have had leaking issues with the Rambler, which, might I add, Rome was very, very quick to take care of and cover under warranty, so props to them. Either way, I'm not too worried about it. You should be airing out your tent on a regular basis. Anyways, I just take it a step further, and every time it rains, I pop the tent open and let it air out. It's just one extra step I have to take in maintaining this tent. Not a big deal. It is what it is. If you're lucky enough where your vehicle can fit inside of a garage, mine cannot. At least with the garage I have, you shouldn't have to worry about this problem at all. It shouldn't be retaining any moisture. But after every single camping trip you go on, you should still be airing this thing out anyways. In conclusion, I'm still overall really happy with this tent. It has served me really well in the past 1.5 years that I've had it. I believe that the moisture issue that I was having with this tent isn't necessarily with Rome's quality, because Rome makes some really great quality products that I absolutely love. and have served me well. I think it's more so just something with the design of the tent. If you guys have had similar issues with your rooftop tents, please let me know in the comments below. I'm definitely curious to hear your stories. If this is an issue that you have had with either the Desperado, similar style tents, or other rooftop tents out there, I'm curious to hear it. The tent served me great. It looks great. It's comfortable enough for me. And it's super rugged and has held up well. So I'm not complaining about the moisture issue. It's just one of those things.
If you guys enjoyed watching this video or found this video helpful, don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel for content similar to this. And as always, guys, have fun, be safe, tread lightly, and I will see you guys out on the trail. Thanks for watching.